Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are a Malaysian who has just received a job offer in Singapore, or you are already working there, this video is especially important for you because one simple decision can quietly affect your finances for many years. Many people focus only on the higher salary and the stronger currency, but very few stop to think about one practical question that can drain money every single month, which is whether you should keep or sell your car in Malaysia after you start working in Singapore. This decision is not about comfort or lifestyle, but about numbers, cash flow, and long-term financial freedom. Many Malaysians feel excited when they receive a job offer in Singapore because the salary is higher, the currency is stronger, and the future looks brighter. People immediately start thinking about how much they can save, how fast they can build wealth, and how their lives might improve. However, one big question almost everyone asks sooner or later is whether they should sell their car in Malaysia once they begin working in Singapore. Some people are told to keep the car just in case they need it, while others are warned that selling it might cause regret later. Because of this mixed advice, many people end up making a decision based on emotion rather than logic. Today, I want to help you make this decision clearly, practically, and without emotion, because this single choice can easily cost or save you tens of thousands of ringgit over the next few years. Let us begin by talking about the biggest mistake I see many Malaysians make after they start working in Singapore. They keep their car in Malaysia even though they are no longer using it regularly. The car stays parked at home for weeks at a time, and because it is not moving, the owner feels as if it is not costing much. In reality, this is an illusion because every month the owner is still paying loan installments, insurance, road tax, maintenance, servicing, and depreciation. Even when the car is not moving, money continues to move out of your pocket. If you are working in Singapore and staying there from Monday to Friday, you are most likely using public transport such as the MRT, buses, or simply walking. You are not driving your Malaysian car to work, and this means the car in Malaysia is usually only used on weekends, public holidays, or longer breaks. When people track their usage honestly, many realize that they are using the car fewer than 8 to 10 days a month. This leads to an important question, which is whether it makes sense to pay full ownership costs for a car that is only used part-time. To answer that, we need to look at the real cost of keeping a car. A typical Malaysian car with a loan can easily cost between 1,500 ringgit and 3,000 ringgit per month when you include installments, insurance, road tax, servicing, tires, repairs, and depreciation. Even if we take a conservative estimate of 2,000 ringgit per month, that amount adds up to 24,000 ringgit per year. Over 5 years, this becomes 120,000 ringgit, and this does not even include the opportunity cost of what that money could have grown into if it had been saved or invested instead. When you sell the car, you immediately free up this cash flow. That extra money can be used to build savings, create an emergency fund, invest for the future, or simply reduce stress while adjusting to life and work in a new country. Many Malaysians underestimate how powerful strong cash flow is when working overseas. Cash flow provides flexibility, security, and peace of mind, especially during job changes, economic uncertainty, or unexpected life events. However, selling the car is not always the correct decision for everyone, and this is an important point to understand. If you return to Malaysia every single weekend, have elderly parents to take care of, or have young children and family responsibilities, then having a car may still be practical. In such cases, the real question is not whether you should keep a car, but whether you are keeping the right type of car. A cheaper, reliable, and fully paid car often makes much more financial sense than an expensive vehicle with a heavy loan, especially when the car is not used daily. Another factor that must be considered is depreciation. Cars lose value the fastest during their first 5 to 7 years. If your car is still relatively new, selling it earlier may help you avoid further depreciation losses. Waiting too long may result in a situation where you continue paying installments while the resale value of the car drops quickly. On the other hand, if your car is already old and fully paid, keeping it may actually be cheaper than selling it and buying another car later. This is why the decision must be based on numbers rather than feelings. Psychology also plays a major role in this decision. Many people keep their car because they feel emotionally attached to it or because they are afraid that they might need it someday. Some worry about inconvenience, while others simply feel uncomfortable not owning a car. However, financial decisions should not be driven by fear. If you only need a car occasionally, ride-hailing services, car sharing, or short-term rentals are often far cheaper than owning a car full-time. Paying a small amount occasionally is very different from paying thousands of ringgit every month regardless of usage. There are some simple guidelines that can help make this decision clearer. If you are in Singapore most of the time and use your car fewer than 8 days a month, selling the car usually makes financial sense. If the total cost of the car exceeds 10% of your monthly income, selling it will immediately improve your financial health. If selling the car allows you to save significantly more from your Singapore income, then it is very likely the right decision. In the bigger picture, working in Singapore is a powerful opportunity to build wealth because of the stronger currency. However, this advantage disappears if your expenses are still structured like someone who lives full-time in Malaysia. You cannot maximize your financial potential if your spending habits do not match your actual lifestyle and usage. Every ringgit you save during your early years working overseas has more time to grow, compound, and strengthen your future financial security. In conclusion, selling your car in Malaysia is not about sacrificing comfort or status. It is about aligning your lifestyle with your income strategy and making decisions based on logic rather than emotion. You can always buy another car in the future, but the opportunity to save aggressively during your early working years in Singapore will not last forever. The decisions you make today will shape your financial freedom over the next 10 or 20 years. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who has just received a job offer in Singapore. Making the right decision today could make your future much easier and more secure.